just to go around town with some gasoline, just trying to bomb a flame. Gonna burn the whole place down. How do you explain ever falling in love with a guy like me in the first place? Turn around, say that I'm the worst thing. I guess I'm the problem.
So yeah, the total all them sellings came to 840. And yeah, like I said, last couple weeks I had a whole bunch of exams and stuff, so I didn't really get to film or nothing, but I'm gonna keep y'all up. I'm gonna update y'all on what had happened. So I got, with the 840, we spent 690 of that. I'm gonna show y'all what shoe we got. We got the Jordan 4 Midnight Navies. Come over here this way. So y'all, this is my personal pair, but we got a six. Well, we got a full size run, but we just used the 6, a 6.5, and the 7, which was 160 a piece for all three of those, and then we got a 10.5. And we sold all four of those. We sold the 6 and the 6.5 for $200, so we made 40 on each of those shoes. Our boy Kicksburg bought that. I'll drop his Instagram right here. Go follow him. He gets everything, bro. And he's really the plug. And then we sold the 7 for $220 to my cousin. And then we sold the 10.5 to my dad's friend for $300. So we made $90 off of that men's pair. And then we still have $150 to work. We still had $150 to work with. I would have put another grade school in there, but grade school costs $160, and like I told y'all, I would have needed $10 more. I can't spend the money that I don't have. So yeah, that had happened. We sold that already. I didn't get none of that on record though because I've been busy, but y'all just gotta trust me. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. And look, these is a bunch of the Midnight Navies right here. That's a 9, that's a 9, that's another 10.5, another 11. Like, I got them. I ain't lying to y'all. All right, so when we sold the 3 grade school and the men's pair, that came out to $920 profit for us. And then we already had $150 to work with still. So you add that to the total, that's $1,070. So yeah, we got $1,070 to work with. And then those Jordan 11 Cherry shock drop on sneakers. My dad hit a 10.5 and my uncle hit a 13. So that comes out to $450. So you just subtract that from $1,070, whatever that is. I don't got a calculator on me, but yeah, that's what we are working with. I'll show y'all the picture of the Jordan 11s, or put them in the video once I get out the shower. All right, so yeah, these are the cherries, man. Boys, these shits is crazy. Crazy. Yeah, we got a size 10.5 and got a 10.5 and a 13, and we already got them sold to our mom's friend. We're gonna go sell them to him today. But yeah, once we hit on sneakers, I posted them before I had them in hand, and boys already was sliding up. We already had them sold before we got them to the house. So yeah, we're gonna go sell these to him, and then I'm gonna tap back in with y'all. All right, y'all, what's up? So I end up selling both of those 11s to my mom's friend for $315 a piece, which is $630, and then we already had $620 to work with, so that comes out to $1,250 available for us. And we just cooked up something crazy on the Chicago ones. That's just some of the pairs that we got. We still got 3 more coming. They're shipping to us from Finish Line and JD Sports. But yeah, we got a good amount. But we can only use 7 of them for the challenge. So I was going to use the 10.5, 11, 12, and 13. And then I was going to use a 6.5, a 7, and a 7, which comes out to $1,140. So we had 1250 minus 1140. That's 110 that we got left. And then 7 of these, which I'm going to show y'all after this clip. But yeah, we got 110 to work with. And then we got these 7 shoes. And then I think we still have the Yeezy slides, the resin Yeezy slides. And then we still got 3 of the Jordan 1 Stage Haze, the bleach corals. And then we still got the infrareds. All right, I'm about to show y'all what these look like. These come with a super nice box. It's kind of like the top of the box is like super old because, you know, the 1985 Chicagos and stuff. And they come with this dope paper, like a little newspaper. There goes Mike right there when he was a youngin'. Katie better than him, but that's for another story. Show y'all the angles of them. These is dope for real, I ain't gonna lie. And they also got this like receipt in there, this little invoice, which is super cool. But yeah, we're gonna get these posted. We're probably looking at 150 profit at least. These is at like 440 plus on GOAT. So if we can sell them from like 355 to 380 range, that would be super perfect. But yeah, we got all 7 of these pairs we got from DTLR. So if y'all got a DTLR buy, y'all, man, enter in the raffles. Like, a lot of people don't even be entering for them, so that's where I be getting a lot of my shoes from. But yeah, then we had a couple on Finish Line and JD Sports. But yeah, most of these pairs we got from DTLR. The men's pairs retail at 180, and the grade school pairs retail at 140. And for the challenge, we're going to use 4 men's and 3 grade school. 10.5, 11, 12, and 13, and then 6.5 and 2 7s, like I said before. But yeah, like I said, it came to a total of 1140. We had 1250, so that's 110 that we got now, plus all the shoes that we have. But yeah, I'm going to get these posted on my Snapchat and my Instagram, you know, and I'm going to let y'all know when people slide up and, you know, message me about wanting a pair. So yeah, I'm going to tap back in with y'all when stuff start to sell. All right, y'all. Back. Last time I talked to y'all, I think we had $110 left, like, to work with, and then we still had 7 of the Chicago 1s, and then the infrared 4s, a pair of Yeezy slides, and then 3 of the Jordan 1 Stage Haze. But since then, we sold all 7 of our Chicago 1s. Let me see. So we had a 6.5. We sold that for $220. We had 2 7s. We sold both of them for $210 a piece. We had a 10.5 and a 13. We sold both of those for $355. And then we also had an 11 and a 12, and we sold both of those for $380. And we sold a pair. We sold that Jordan 4 infrared that we had for a while. We sold that for $300 flat, which leaves our total. That came to $2,410, and then plus the 110 that we already had leaves us with $2,520.
Good afternoon, Bob Palmieri, Chris Hope with you, and we are going to be here until 6 o'clock. We'll have post-game analysis. You're going to hear from.
All right, what's up, y'all? So we end up using all of our money that we had, all $2,520. Yeah, we used them on them Jordan 11 cherries that I just showed you in the last clip. Yeah, we definitely cooked up on them. But nah, yeah, we actually paid resale for 5 pairs. I told y'all I don't like to do resale, but this was a shoe I'd definitely do resale for, and it was definitely for the right price. So yeah, we paid 5 of the pairs for resale off our boy Deadstock that you seen in the previous videos. But we got a size 8.5, a 9, 10.5, 11, and a 13 off of Deadstock. We paid $250 a piece for them. That was resale. And then from Finish Line, we got a 4 and a 7. We paid $185 each for them. which is retail. And then we got a 10 and a 10.5 for $225, which is also retail from Finish Line. So we got those 4 from Finish Line. Then we end up getting a size 12 from Dick's for retail, $225. And then another size 12 from Foot Locker. I think that one was at Robinson Mall. And that was for $225 also. And then the total of all of them came down to $25.20. So now we don't have any money left. We literally used it all, but we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, I think. I think we got 11 pair of 11s to sell. So I'm gonna get those sold. And then we still got 3 of the Jordan 1s, Stage Haze, the bleach corals, and then we got a pair of Yeezy slides. So yeah, I'm gonna post them and I'm gonna let y'all know if they sell or when they sell. All right, y'all boys, I'm back, man. So 10 out of our 11 pairs of the cherries sold, actually. So the only size we didn't sell was the size 9. So I'm gonna just give y'all a rundown of what sizes we had and that we sold and how much we sold them for. So the size 4 we sold for $220. The size 7 we sold for $200. The size 8.5 we sold for $275. The size 9 we didn't sell, so we still have that. The size 10 we sold for $300. The size 10.5 we sold for $300. Our other 10.5 that we had are 11, and both of our 12s. Those 4 sold for $315, and then we had a size 13 that we sold for $300. And that total comes to $2,855. And mind you, we still have the size 9 to still sell. So yeah, the total comes to $2,855. And then 2 of the Jordan 1, the Stage Haze bleach corals that we still have for like months for real. Both of those actually sold, the 9.5 and the 10. So we sold those for $225 a piece. So that was $450. So the total we have available right now is $3,305. So a couple days after release day, some people still had the cherries and they were still trying to get rid of them. So we bought them off of them. Somebody slid up and said they got a 6.5 and a 10.5, and they just wanted to get them going. So he said retail for them. So we got the 6.5 for $185, which is retail, and the 10.5 for $225, which is retail. Then somebody else hit me. They had a size 12, and he said $265, which I took because I already had a sale for that. So I took that. And then some other dude hit me and said he had a size 10 and an 11 for $250 a piece. And then he said he also had these Jordan 1 Hyper Royal size 9.5 for $250 if I wanted them, and I grabbed them as well. And I'm gonna show y'all what those look like. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get those sold for like $300. Somebody should probably buy that soon, but yeah, I'm gonna post that. But yeah, I forgot to tell y'all how much it all came down to. So we still had 3,305 available, and then all the shoes I just mentioned came to $1,425. So if you subtract that, we would have $1,880 left. I didn't get to record the same day because like I bought them and like flipped them immediately, but we sold the 6.5 for $200. We sold the 12, 10, and 10.5 for $300 each. So that's 300 times 3, 900 plus the 200 grade school, which is 1,100. And then we already had 1,880. So when you add that together, we have $2,980 to work with. And we still got that size 11. We didn't sell that. We still got that Hyper Royal, the Jordan 1, the blue one. We still got that. Let me see. We still have the size 9 Jordan 11 Cherry from like actual release day when we got that. We still got a size 11 Jordan 1 Stage Hay bleach coral, and we still got a Yeezy slide, the resin one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. My guys are right there, man. All right, y'all. As y'all saw in the last clip, we had 9 new pairs of shoes, but that's gonna be the end of the video for episode 3, man. If y'all wanna find out what the 9 pairs was, man, tune in for episode 4, man. Like I said before, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one.